Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the stage once again, he is fantastic, he is grand, he is what the French call le magnifique, he is the Immaculate C.S.B. Thank you for that, thank you. Oh, you guys are too much. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Yes, get a shot of the shirt there. Yes. Hello, yes. It is once again I, the Immaculate C.S.B., here to answer your questions. That you have for me. Now, for all our first-time listeners here and looking at some of these numbers here, a lot of you have watched. 600 and something million of you are into this show. But for all our first-time listeners, you can send your questions to Lord CSB at ImmaculateCSB.com. So without further ado, let's do what we came here to do and answer your questions today. Our first question comes from Clifford from Staten Island, New York. Thank you for your question, Clifford. CSB, with Washington and Colorado now jumping on the bandwagon, how do you feel about the legalization of marijuana? This is a good question. This is a really good question. Clayton and Canibus do not have a deep history together. I think somebody slipped one in one of my Doritos when I was younger, and I fell into the sink or something. But I have no problem with it. I don't do it personally, but I have no problem with anybody else doing it. You know, if people say it's a gateway drug and all this other hoopla and whatnot, like they like to make up. You know, beer is more of a gateway drug. Cigarettes are more dangerous, you know, and it's the least threat out of all of them. You know, if they're not gonna get the weed, I don't know, some idiot's gonna go in his dad's garage and, I don't know, snort paint thin or something. Some of these kids today are idiots, okay? They're snorting Comet, they're injecting bleach into their ass. This whole thing is just out of control. Out of control. So that's how I feel about it. Thank you for your question there. Our next question comes from Marion from Dallas, Texas. Thank you, Marion. CSB, what are the keys to a happy marriage? This is a great question. This is something that people have been looking for throughout all time. You know, nothing's 100% guaranteed, but, you know, I've been married more times than I care to remember. You know, the first few times I got married, I did it for the noble reasons, love and all that other stuff. But the last few times, I'm not gonna lie, I did it just because it looked good on the taxes and the insurance. So as far as what makes a good marriage, I think you have to like the person. Not, you know, love, sure, but you have to like them. Because a lot of people that love each other don't like each other. I think you have to like the person. And, you know, after you both are climaxes, after you both have your climax, if you can lay in that bed and still tolerate the sight of each other, you may have something there. And, you know, communication and trust and all that jazz and everything like that. And don't forget the OA system. Oral, anal. Our next question comes from Angelica P. from Warsaw, Poland. Thank you there, Angelica. If pro is the opposite of con, would the opposite of progress be Congress? Oh, I see what you did there. And, yeah. Our next question comes from Jay Hernandez from Juarez, wait, no, that's not Wars. I'm getting it confused with the last one. From Pachuca, Mexico. C.S.B. How popular do you see Adele's 21 getting in the long-term scheme of things? Well, the sales of this album is ridiculous. It's currently, once again, the #1 album in the country for the 17th non-consecutive weeks. I think it's spent 47 of the 48 weeks that it's had in the top 5. It's already certified diamond. That means 10 million sales. And I don't know. It's not like it's selling a small amount of numbers. It just sold like another 100,000 copies. So I could very easily see it getting into the 20-week area. Not the 30 weeks, so I believe it'll fall below Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. Sorry. But I could see this easily going at about 25, 26 #1 weeks. Not consecutive. But hey, she's also has the #1, so you know what, good for her. I just wish that she didn't, you know, once again, writing Someone Like You about me was, let's just say it was very Swifty of her, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we'll move on with that. And our final question comes from Rick S. from Penn Hills, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Rick. C.S.B. How do you feel about the U.S. deficit dipping to $1.1 trillion? Woo! Woo! Celebrate good times. Woo! What a great day! Yes! USA! 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 Woo! Woo! I don't believe it! Show me when we get back into the billions, and then we can have a rational discussion about this, alright? But once again, thank you for your time this week. Once again, send your questions to Lord CSB at ImmaculateCSB.com. Here's the shirt again. Oh yeah, another ass shot. This is for all you ladies here. I think I'm getting the shirt in. I can never tell. You can tell that the editing on these videos is never all that fantastic anyways. Thanks. Good job again, guys. But that's it we have for today. So once again, thank you for supporting the show. Without further ado, Immaculate out. Oh, Vicky. Yeah, wait. You're not Vicky. Ugh, you're Vic.